Alright, let me just kind of get started. So, I wanted to talk about, I was supposed to have two parts today to show you guys two new parts. I technically only have one, and I want to get into why I don't have the other one. Well, I do have it, and here it is. This is the folding collapsible stock that I was talking about. Extends out, and it has a little hinge right here. You've probably seen these on the Alpha Black model. So this will fold around, you know, so that it's out of the way when I don't need it to be there. The problem is, this is exactly what I needed, this is exactly what I ordered, but they're missing a piece, and that piece is the part that connects it to the A5. I have spent all morning on the phone with the company that makes this, and I'm not going to say their name because, you know, they're a big company, and they also made my gun. But the thing is, you call them up, the name is all over this thing when you get the packaging, you ask for the part that I need, and they're like, what? And I'm sitting there going, you know, I know this part exists, but they still don't, they didn't know what it was. It took me like 8 calls before I finally got somebody that said, alright, we'll just send you one. And I was like, thank you. But that's the thing that sucks about paintball, is it's like, who makes some of this stuff? I mean, some of these things, it's just like, I swear to God, there's some guy in a shed somewhere just welding things together and calling it a paintball part and then distributing it to the world. Because you can never find out who makes what or what part's what. And I had that same problem with the second part that I got. I mean, I had this problem with the hopper. In fact, the hopper that I have on here is pretty unique because you pretty much can't find it anymore. You can find the Ricochet hopper. You can't find it with the stealth lining inside. So, anyways, yeah, let me get into the other part because I don't want to make this video too long. The other part is, you can see it right there, is I now have a double magazine on my gun. So, the double mag, I mean the mag itself was just, put it that way, was just for show anyways. It doesn't do anything. You can see it's just a hollowed out core. But this is another issue I have. I bought an actual AK-47 magazine double mag clip, or clamp. These, I don't know if it's true or not, but these look like they were, at one point in time, really were AK-47 magazines. Because everything I've seen from a real one, and these, looks exactly the same. It's just that they took all the springs and internals out and cut the top off. So, anyways, I ordered both of these from a company, same price, same company, same product, 2 different times, from a certain company. Again, I just really don't want to name them. And I was actually going to, I've said a lot of bad things about a certain company, and I was going to apologize because it was so cool that they were saying that I could do this now. And then they send me, I don't understand. Same product, 2 completely different things. I mean, it's annoying because technically, you know, I wanted the double mag look. They both work in there, so I can pretty much put them in any way I want and move them around, switch them around, and it's going to be hard to decide kind of what order. But why are they different? Why are they 2 different sizes? I mean, and the thing is, what's annoying about it is that this is actually pretty accurate. I mean, if this was an AK-47, and these were 2 real AK-47 mags at one point in time, then technically they're both 20-round mags. They're both, well, I mean, this is probably more like an 18-round mag, but they both fit in the attachment. They would work. So this is pretty accurate. I mean, it's still realistic to be like this. It's just that because they're 2 different styles, it doesn't look like it's accurate. It doesn't look right. And it's just, I don't know. I'm picky, I'm OCD. It's just funny. But it is kind of neat to see. I do have now a double mag on the gun. And I can't really decide what looks better. Whether it looks better to have it on that side, or if it looks better to have it on that side. And it probably doesn't really matter. yeah, I mean, I've never seen anybody really do this. I'm sure people do, but since the mags are useless, there's no real reason to put a double mag. But I just felt like, after seeing some of the crazier guns out there that look like real guns and everything, I just felt that that this was going to give it another little touch of uniqueness. So I'm happy with it. I might end up having to suck it up and buy another mag again in hopes that I'll get one of these two identical mags and just do it that way. And it's okay too, because even though these are useless, I mean, it does help for the fun, and if I ever wanted to use it as say a prop gun or something like that, it gives me the realistic action, and I can start loading these mags up in all the various pouches and stuff. And if I want, I could take this mag off, undo the clips, and use this bigger, more curved mag if I like that look better. I have options. It's not the end of the world, and I'm not really all that upset. It's frustrating when you're ordering parts and you get this thing and you're like, what the hell is this? So the other improvements I want to get, and this is going to have to wait until next month, I'm going to have to suck it up and buy the E-grip with the selector switch, only because actually the biggest reason is this thing keeps eating up my battery, and that thing has an easier battery change thing, so every time I have to go somewhere and show this off, I pretty much have to replace the battery. Every time I want to use it, I have to replace the battery. So I figured just go ahead and get that piece, and I can afford it. It's just going to have to wait. So yeah, and then I just wanted to talk again real quick about this. It is neat. It is plastic, not metal like this one was, but this one, like I already said, it's a nice. I can see it breaking now. So I can't really use the gun until I get the piece for this, and God only knows when that's going to arrive, because it's just some guy shipping it in an envelope. But it is plastic. It is a really hard plastic, so I'm not really that concerned about that. It is going to lighten the gun up. Unfortunately, it's going to lighten the gun up in the back, and as you can see, all the weight is already in the front of this gun, so that's not going to make it fun. But it's a little longer, even closed up. It's longer than my old stock. I won't get that. So you don't need to extend it pretty much. But it is going to be nice to be able to fold that over. I've measured it up. It's not going to interfere with the Cyclone feed system. It's pretty decently designed. I just really would like to get that piece in. And that's going to make transporting it better, and if I want to do close range combat, it's going to make it a little bit better. But yeah, I just really wish I knew why it's so hard to find parts sometimes. And the worst part is, when I ordered this, I saw on the website, one of the websites that I wanted to order it from, they had that adapter for sale separately. Now that I've got this in the mail and got it today, yesterday, suddenly it's not anywhere to be found. No one's selling it. I called the company. I got this idiot teenager that didn't know anything about anything, and they just, they're useless. And so, eventually I just called the company that made this and asked nicely a couple times for it, and they finally just are shipping it to me. So that should be fun when I get it. It's definitely going to make the gun more solid, and if I can get that E-grip, pretty much the whole gun will be pretty solid construction again. The only things that really are bothering me about this gun right now is that the stock is going to break any day now. You can actually see it's like wobbly, and that the E-grip is sort of past its prime, and it's going to probably die on me. So hopefully those two things, once replaced, take this gun back up to, performance level, and then I can go out and play some more. But, so that's that for now. Thank you for watching, and see you in the future.